good morning. I'm Javier.
And I'm Sabrina Caballero.
And you're watching World Z Channel 7 News.
It's currently 10 a.m. this Monday morning, and boy, the weather sure is looking good. Matter of fact, the whole week is looking pretty darn great. Isn't that right, Javier?
You betcha, Sabrina. This morning has been filled with some great stories and some dramatic stories too. On today's top story, there has been some reportings of depression and post-traumatic stress disorders falling in the air, hitting worldwide. Sydney has a full story coming up later.
Meanwhile, there has also been better news on the positive side, like how they may have found some cures to help those stuck in the pits of darkness, and how worldwide there may be better ways to end this terror that we have been facing for the longest time.
And not to forget, Kelly and Maya has some other details and tips and signs to know if you or your loved ones are in danger.
Hi, I'm Cindy Cortez, here reporting you live with Roy Elliott, the one that saved us all. So, Roy Elliott, why did you decide to make this film?
I made these films because I wanted to bring people back up from the ground. Millions of U.S. civilians were dying rapidly because of ADS. And what ADS is when people are asleep, they lose hope in, living forward, and they just end up dying because of all the stress.
So, Roy Elliott, how does it feel like that you help millions of people?
I think it's great because of my films, when they were aired, a lot of the ADS cases decreased, alright? And without my films, I think the world would be complete shit. Because I was the one person that was giving the world hope.
Okay.
That's my opinion on it.
So at times, did you feel like that you wanted to give up when you were creating these films?
No. I mean, after seeing the amount of ADS cases dropping down, like of them decreasing, I mean, why stop? Why stop giving humanity hope? Giving them a reason to live, to continue living on.
So, it was nice talking to you. So, this is Cindy Cortez reporting you live, World Z, Channel 7 News.
Good evening. We're here with Anthony Gonzalez, and he's a victim of PTSD, and we're just here to ask him a few questions about what it's like to live that lifestyle. Sorry. So, Anthony, what is it like? What are the symptoms that you get?
Well, my family says I often have episodes when I'm either sitting on the couch or I can be out in public and I just have episodes of something will trigger it. Say someone just runs around the corner. It's like quick things that make me jump will trigger things like that, and they're never pleasant.
So even the simplest aroma that you get, it's like a flashback.
Yeah.
Well, do you take any medication that can help that?
No, I never saw a doctor for medication. They never prescribed me anything. I just had to deal with it myself.
So you never seeked out for help?
No.
You just live with it?
Yep.
When you have these episodes, how do you handle them?
You just have to let them go. You can't stop them. And if you're in the middle of one, the only way to stop an episode is if someone tells you or someone holds you and tells you to stop, because you can't stop yourself until it's just over. So
would you say it's a terrible lifestyle?
Oftentimes, yes. Yes, it is.
Wow. Must be hard.
So, Anthony, how does your girlfriend, family, relatives kind of deal with your disorder?
They know not to do the things that will trigger it, and they know how to deal with it when I do get in those episodes, if I'm out in public. They know to hold me down and stuff like that, because it can get pretty serious sometimes.
And what was it that caused it? What was it?
When I was little, my dad, he'd always beat me and my siblings. That kind of triggered it when I was little. Yeah.
Do you still talk to your dad?
No.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time.
I'm glad to be here.
And we're going to be signing off with the three of us, Sabrina, Anthony, our guest, and Javier and Zunza. Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Sabrina and Javier. I'm Maya Cobert.
I'm Kelly Ramos.
And we're here with some facts on PTSD.
The commonly co-occurring disorder along with PTSD is depression. A high percentage of individuals diagnosed with PTSD also have a depression diagnosis. Also, PTSD is untreatable individual and group therapy, and sometimes medications can help to alleviate PTSD symptoms.
Fact number 2. Traumatic events can cause a person to experience PTSD symptoms like depression, anxiety, and sleep disturbance.
It is estimated about as many as 1/3 of rape victims will develop on PTSD. Where to get help for PTSD? You can either call 911,
Go to the nearest emergency room.
or call the suicide prevention line 1-800-273-8253. Or you can contact the Veterans Line 1-800-273-8255.
Lifestyles including drug use and domestic violence may incarcerate individuals, especially women. They are more
Susceptible.
to be diagnosed with PTSD.
I'm Cindy Cortez, and I'm here to talk about the global scale. So, going through trauma is not rare. About 6 of every 10 men and 5 of every 10 women experience at least one trauma in their lives. Women are more likely to experience sexual assault and child abuse. Men are more likely to experience accidents, physical assault, combat disaster, or witness death or injury. Going through a trauma does not mean you'll get PTSD though. Even though over half of us go through some type of trauma, a much smaller percent develop PTSD. Here are some facts. Based on the US population, about 7 or 8 out of every 100 people of the population will have PTSD in some point in their lives. About 5.2 million adults have PTSD during a given year. This is only a small portion of those who have gone through a trauma. About 10% of women develop PTSD, sometimes in their lives, compared to about 4% of men. And 1 in 3 returning troops are being diagnosed with the serious post-traumatic stress symptoms. Less than 40% will seek help. So, if you need help, just seek it. Well, that's all we have for today's show.
Come back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the next story on organ harvesting. I'm Maya Covert.
I'm Cindy Cortez.
I'm Javier Nzunza.
I'm Sabrina Caballero. Signing off. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye! Damn.
West Side!
That was so ugly.
Touch on the topic about that, please.
Especially women are more
Susceptible.
to diagnose a PTSD. Nigga!
Contact the veterinarian.
Don't let me hang in, Nick.
Javier needs a veterinarian.
What?
Move so she can.
Auntie Sabrina and Javier.
What the fuck am I doing? Am I ending it?
So, how do you think you helped, the PTSD, the post-traumatic stress?
Yeah. Just start all over.
Let me.
I got my pie. Why'd you?
Fuck.
Traumatic events can cause a person to experience PTSD.
Kelly, come on, Kelly.
Yeah, you're on camera too. You can't just. You have got to look professional.
You can also contact the veterinarians.
Veteran.
Bucket. Sorry.
Through a trauma.
She said the group through a trauma. This is.
Get me on that. I'm too white to be doing shit like that. Get me on camera. I'll do
He
it.
was practicing, I think, but.
No, I was actually doing it.
Oh, you're actually doing
I
it?
was practicing.
1. Action.
Lifestyles including drug use and domestic violence may incarnated individual incarcerated.
She just like popping checks in her mouth before every scene. She pops in her mouth, like tongues it. She's like,
On organ harvesting.
You
You didn't fucking tell me. Come back at 10.
You fucked it up. Javier. Roger got his apology saying blue cheese.
blue cheese and Monica.
Monica. Monica.
Cheese.
Blue cheese. Blue cheese. Blue cheese.
That's what it
Blue
sounds like you're doing.
cheese. Sour cream and cheese. With sour cream.
It's the worst video ever.
No.
This shit, I'll be so mad.
Well, it takes 30 minutes a scene. Like, goddamn.
Wait, but.
What the fuck was that?
Some weird African shit.
No, it wasn't.
Monocrans
To that. White kid, what's his name?
Antonio right over there, behind the camera.
Turn it over. Ow!
He's so ugly.
You're ugly.
Oh, okay, I know. You're about to tell me twice.
We're gonna end it.
Yeah.
I ain't like Starburst that much.
How's she gonna steal my chips and just eating them to the side?
Because she loves checks. I don't know.
I just see in the film, so we just lost with him.
Straight out of Compton.
Ah!
Crazy motherfucker like Kelly and Maya.
Get the fuck out of here. Alright, PTSD is
this gonna be a
depression. A
wreck.
high percentage of individuals diagnosed with PTSD have. Finally.
We're reporting live. Maya, how are you feeling today?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty great.
3, 2, 1, action.
What type of better lighting was that? Yeah, just put it on my forehead. Let that shine. Let that be the audience. No. Where do we start?
Well, it is a scary story. I mean,
Alright, come on. This is...
Think of ADS.
why'd you ask me that? I don't know how to answer that.
Are you guys ready?
Bitch,
ready.
she's fine.
3,
That's the whole point.
2, 1.
You have to fucking screw up.
Action.
Fuck.
Hi, I'm Cindy Cortez here with Roy Elliott, the one that saved us all. So, Roy Elliott, how do you feel about ADS?
Well, I think it's terrible. That. Fuck, dude.
Fucking terrible.
Why would it not be terrible? Why are you laughing? That's such a terrible thing. Honestly, people would die in their sleep. They lost the hope for fucking living.
Alright, you can't say that shit.
I know.
You're
Like,
done.
you can't say that
I know.
shit.
She's like,
Hey, Roy Elliott.
Alright, we have to... Yo lo lejijo. Yo lo lejijo.
Yo, action.
Hello and good morning. I'm Javier Insunza. Great stories and some dramatic stories too. On today's topic,
Action.
this morning has been filled with some great stories and some dramatic stories. Hello and good morning. I'm Javier Insunza.
it's pretty darn great. Isn't that right, Javier?
Kelly has some other details and tips and signs to know if you or your loved ones
You forgot
are
Maya.
engaged.
You forgot Maya.
My name is Maya.
Buenas tardes.
Is that
That's
fast?
way better. That's way better.
And we out. Oh, see if